Good morning, happy Wednesday. Good topic today. Your relationship with money. This is interesting. This is going to take a little thought on your part. The foundations of your relationship with money start in very early childhood. Believe it or not, the environment you grew up in. Think about it for a minute. Were your parents affluent? Were they wealthy? Money was never an issue. Nobody gave a thought as to money. You could go on vacations, you could buy the new prom dress, you could buy a tuxedo, whatever it was never an issue. Were your parents, your family, poverty stricken? To the point they may have been on welfare. They may have had to go to the food bank. Maybe somebody had to resort to selling drugs, working in the sex industry to provide for the family. Was your family, I can't talk this morning, was your family just strapped for cash? They worked hard, but there was just never enough money to go around. There weren't really vacations. Somebody was always worried about paying the light bill, or the holidays, Christmas and birthdays were a nightmare because we can't afford this. What are we going to do? The worry, the stress, the panic, the fear. As a child, I would say ages 2-ish to 5 or 6, that's when your relationship with money starts to develop, because all of these attitudes and behaviors and beliefs from within the household, with your parents, your siblings, your grandparents, whoever lives in your house, you're going to adopt those as your own. So if your parents worry about money, fight about money, money will be an issue for you. You may hoard money. You may be very greedy. Mine, and I'm not going to share. It starts back then. Your relationship with money comes from your early childhood development. So stop and think about the culture you were raised in, the environment you were raised in, because you carry that forward. Now, by the time you're a teen, of course, things are changing because, like many of us, you start to babysit or you mow lawns or whatever it is that you do. You get a part-time job, maybe. You start to develop a more mature relationship with money. What are you going to do with your money at that point? That's your money. How are you going to handle it? If you have kids that are teenagers, young adults, sit down with them and talk to them about their relationship with money. And of course, they're going to say, I want money, I love money. Of course they do. They're kids. But they need to understand money. A relationship with money is like any other relationship. It has to be nurtured, it has to be fostered, it has to be respected. You have to know what you're doing. Earning money is wonderful. But once you have it, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to keep it? Are you going to blow it and be broke in 20 minutes? Are you going to gamble it away? Are you going to be frivolous and spend it on, for kids, junk food, movies, whatever? Think about it. Talk to them about their relationship. Put something away for a rainy day. Always have savings. Always have a cushion. You never know when you're going to need that. Think about it. Now, a child cannot invest money, but you can sit down with your child, talk about investing. Invest it for your child. That will start to teach them about stocks, investing. That might be something you want to think about, because it's a very good exercise the two of you can do together, making these decisions together. Let them make the decision. It's their money. You're managing it for them. You're involved for them because they're a child. But let them make the decisions. See what happens. If they have a loss, they have to understand you wanted to invest in this, and this is what happened. Don't let them invest a lot, but if, penny stocks they can do. Something to think about. I think it would be a good exercise. But talk to your child about their relationship with money, where they want to go. If you want an affluent life, you're going to need to get an education. You're going to need to work hard, get the grades, do the work to get the job. Maybe they don't want college. That's fine. It's not for everybody. Fine. Then find a good trade school. Learn a good trade that is going to carry you through. Not a flash in the pan, oh, this looks fun for now. Think about it. Do something that's going to satisfy their passion in life. If they're an artist, something in that industry. If they're a very loving, giving, caring person, maybe they want to teach, maybe they want to be a nurse or a social worker or a doctor. Think about it. If they are a right fighter and they don't like injustice, you might have a lawyer on your hands, but talk to them about this at an early age. By the time your child is in 6th grade, 7th grade, 13, 14 years old, start having these conversations. Plant the seed of success in your child. Plant the seeds of how to have a healthy relationship with money that will carry them throughout adulthood. That's what we need. But I want you to examine your relationship with money. What happened in your early adulthood, or early childhood, I'm sorry. What happened when you were a child? How did that affect you as an adult? Because it did. What have you done along the way to change that? If it was negative, you had a fear of money, a very unhealthy relationship. Money scared you. There never was enough. You were uncomfortable around money. What can you do to change that? Maybe you still have those feelings. Figure it out. Think about it. Because right now, when you start thinking about this, you may initially go back and see it all through the lens of your inner child. You remember as a child how horrible that was, how scary that was. Okay, you're an adult now. You can change that. That's your choice. These are learned behaviors, which means they can be unlearned. They can be modified. Let's do it. You don't have to be afraid of money. You just have to develop a healthy relationship with money. We all have to have it. We all have to use it all day, every day. Money is part of society. So develop a healthy relationship with it. Respect it. If you have, I'm trying to think how to say this, a fear of money, if you feel you have to fight and scratch for it, you don't. You just need to change your belief system and it will come to you easier. It's like if you're desperate, it's not going to happen. Let me rephrase that. It's not going to happen as easily because if you're desperate, you can go out and you can work at McDonald's and Wendy's and flip burgers and just work hard and strive and scratch and claw for money. But you don't have to be desperate. You have to be smart. Look at the relationship you have with money. Look at your passion. What do you enjoy doing? Maybe you have to take online classes because you can't get away. You have kids. Fine, take online classes. There are free online classes. Think about what you enjoy doing. Do something that you're passionate about, that you truly love. Once you put your heart and soul into it, it's something you really love. You're not desperate anymore. You're passionate, and there's a big difference. When you're passionate, things flow to you. You attract things. Your attitude is different. Think of it as if you're wanting to date, you're lonely and you're wanting to date and you're desperate. We know, we have seen with friends and family where that will get you in. It's not pretty. However, if you're passionate about you look good, you feel good, find somebody that deserves you, you're not desperate, you're not scraping the bottom of the barrel for anybody. You start attracting healthier relationships. Same thing applies with money. Don't be desperate. Be smart. Be passionate. If you have questions, reach out. But think about your relationship with money. Fascinating.